Alright guys, so welcome back. We are back at the class trial. Everything you've seen before was just a flashback. That was deleted scenes you didn't see. And now we are here. Shit's got real once again. You see the revolver in the background, reloading those bullets and shit. We are ready. We are about to go ham. We learned some new skills actually. So let's equip those 2 skills we just learned. The focus gauge recovers at a faster rate, effective during a non-stop debate, hangman's gamut, and panic talk action. Nice! So she gave us that. The silent massage. Thank you, Econ. Anyway, what we want to do now, I think we're done. Let's just start this shit up. Class trial. Time to reach out to the truth.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
you hit that high pitch extra quick. If you pick the wrong person, I just love it. I just love that.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Asleep?
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head?
Damn.
What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Damn it. I gotta explain this?
Let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Alright, so we got all the tools. We just need to figure out these puzzles, I guess. We gotta use these tools, like the truth bullets, to each section, because I have a strong 95% feeling that it was Mikan, but I want to be so wrong.
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from the symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
Gotta figure these puzzles out.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder. Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime? I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded.
That's
the
where
music venue.
That's where you fucked up, Hajime. That's where you fucked up. If you had went upstairs, maybe things would have been a lot more clear to you.
But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital.
Hmm?
And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital.
She had said before that before she rested, she went to go check on Ibuki.
Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Okay.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
He's blushing. I can't believe he's actually blushing.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Oh boy. Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the
Yep,
only
I knew
one
he was gonna
who
bring
saw
that
the
up.
hanging video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body,
Son of a bitch!
then you could be lying as much as you want right now.
You got a point, but I'm not.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Ah! It just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Son of a bitch! Make your argument. Motel room key, surveillance monitor. Motel room key.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I
Alright,
don't
let's
think
see.
I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
No!
Did Hajime kill both of them?
Why you put me on the spot?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
He never seen the movie. He never seen the movie up to that point, so he never seen the movie. He just gave us the contradiction right there.
Hajime's testimony is clearly
movie.
suspicious.
He never seen the movie, so how could he have did the imitation murder?
And the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny... After all, why would Hajime... Well, obviously, because did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
No.
Means it probably is Hajime's
Damn,
fault.
dude, all these white noises are in the way, so I gotta find a way to
Hajime's
stop
testimony
time.
is
It's
clearly
R2, right? R2 is how you stop it. Okay.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself... That would also
Be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that
possibility. After all,
Hajime's the only witness.
why would Hajime...
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
I know where I gotta shoot. I'm just having trouble actually
Hajime's
shooting down the
testimony is
purple
clearly
noise.
suspicious.
I gotta hold R to stop it down, and then I gotta
lie.
exit. I gotta exit twice,
That would also be...
or I gotta shoot it down twice.
Hajime's the only...
Why would Hajime...
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact
That the bodies were imitating
What the? Oops.
the movie.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Counter.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Fucking Nagito.
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
It's a good thing we kept our damn ticket.
Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Well, technically, if I do this, you can obviously see this is a game. See, and when I had pushed the PS home button, and this is a game. You know what? Never mind. Let's continue.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
Bro, this is a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
The same person who made it look like it's suicide, but actually killed them.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed
They locked
room?
it with the drumstick,
The
homie.
killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Really?
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
The one-eyed prosecutor.
Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
But, I mean, he would be here if he was up and running.
Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making that joke.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. He could obviously think so, but is that really it? Maybe they had an accomplice. I don't know. Make your argument. Alright. Stepladder, semi-transparent glob, surveillance monitor. Motel room key.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
Okay.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
Right.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The person remarks contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. So I have to take somebody's remark and use it against them. Alright.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed.
I've seen this in serial
Dude, there's
crime
not even a
dramas.
lot to it. Wow. Okay. The person remarks contradicts the truth. Alright, let's see.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Stall for
How
time.
did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Alright, let's see. The person remarks contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the...
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Can you also absorb
You
that?
can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this
Let me
in
look at my
serial crime
evidence.
dramas.
Grab a thick paper. The person remarks contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove it with my evidence. Oh, shit.
The killer was still inside the music venue.
Semi-transparent
By
glob.
locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
What about that glob?
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door?
Maybe the glob?
That door should not have had a
The
lock.
glob on Kane?
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
No?
Crap! The killer was still inside the music venue.
Hotel room key.
By
No.
locking the door from the inside,
Grab a thick paper. What the hell is
they
that
tried
come
to
from?
keep us from getting in.
Oops, I ain't mean to shoot that. I'm trying to open up the menu. Like, I'm confusing so many buttons with other games. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, the scrap thick of paper that was stuck to the baton lighting. That has nothing to do with it. There's also some other stuff. Pin bag. Semi-transparent garb, a strange glove that was stuck to where... Maybe I should... I think it's the glob. I think I have to present the glob somewhere. It has to be. Hold on, let me think about it some more.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Step ladder.
How did they lock the door?
Glob. No.
That
Motel
door should
room.
not have had a
No.
lock.
Scrap thick paper.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together
and suddenly appeared. So they look like the hit. I've seen this in serial crime dramas.
Let's present that where he's. Let's present the glob where he says
the killer was
to
still
be able to lock
inside
the door.
Music venue. By locking the
Door from the inside.
All right, I thought so.
No, that's wrong.
I thought so.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob? Like rubber, maybe?
It's funny because he brought up a completely different point than what I was thinking. But okay, whatever works. Whatever works. It wasn't rubber at all. It was glue, dummy.
I see.
Glue, homie. Super glue.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
I didn't know it was edible. Really, Akane?
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched.
Well, there's actually somebody that eats glue. Like, there's this guy named Shoe Nice on YouTube. Look him up. He eats all kind of ridiculous stuff. But then, now that I think about it, you might not want to watch it because it's kind of disgusting. Because he eats a lot of weird stuff. But anyway, back on the game.
By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Right.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Damn.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
What?
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Oh, you don't say. That makes total sense because they can actually they had adjusted the AC so you couldn't really tell the time of death.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
The scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now, I should be able to figure out what it is. Oh boy. Logic dive? Hangman's Gambit, huh? It was, stickers, right? What was ripped between that? This is interesting. Because I don't know what it is exactly. Wallpaper? Wallpaper, let's try that. Ah, damn, the W is still moving? Let's blow that up. Let's try wallpaper. Just looking at the letters might help us. Yup, it's wallpaper. Just blow that up. Woo! Just blow it up. I need an A. Where's an A? I need wallpaper, right? Damn, where's an A? Yo, where's the A's? It has to be wallpaper if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I have too many letters on the screen right now. Ah, there go the A's. It took them long enough. There we go. I try to get it out the way. Ball. Now I need a P. Now I need another A. No! Wallpaper, another P. That's fine. I meant, you know what? I meant to blow it up. Here we go, finally. Now there's too many E's now. There we go, we got it. That was easy.
I got it!
Wallpaper. That's cool. You can just, if you're not exactly sure.
That's scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
If you're not exactly sure about like what you need to come out, you can just wait for the letters to show up, and then based off those letters, you can just pretty much just assume what you need, which is pretty cool. I like that. But right now, I'm actually about to take a short break, and once we come back, we'll be back with more Dangan Ronpa 2. So I'll see you guys very shortly.